Hi everyone, Lilith here. Welcome to my first ever video. This is a Venusaur solo run of Pokemon Red and Blue. As you can see, the Bulbasaur line has decent stats all the way around, and it has fantastic special. Its move pool is a different story. Venusaur gets some really good moves like Razor Leaf and Sleep Powder, but its type coverage is limited. All of its attacking moves are grass or normal type, even with TMs. That's going to be a problem whenever I have to fight the Ghastly line. Anyway, I named my character Viney. This is because I like the Owl House and I also like the puns. I picked Bulbasaur because this is a Venusaur solo run, therefore I obviously need a Venusaur. Alright, now it's time for the obligatory tutorial rival battle. I just press A until I win, which I do. I also go ahead and fight all three bug catchers in Viridian Forest. I just could use a bit of experience. Anyway, after I reach Pewter City, I do some quick shopping before the gym. I do not need any antidotes since my only Pokemon is a poison type, and I buy a few Pokeballs, potions, and an escape rope. Speaking of the gym, the junior trainer actually takes me 3 tries. Speaking of the gym, the junior trainer actually takes me 3 tries. Diglett just hits harder than I expected. Who would have guessed that the junior trainer would be my first roadblock? After losing twice, I need to change up my strategy, so on my 3rd attempt I opened the fight with Leech Seed. This, plus a lucky crit, allows me to beat the Diglett in much better shape. At which point I grow to level 13 and learn Vine Whip, which makes this Andrew a complete joke. As you can imagine, Vine Whip takes any challenge completely out of the block fight. Both Geodude and Onix go down in 1 hit. So, after a bit of thought, I decide to teach Bide. So I replace Growl. I probably won't end up using Bide, but I know I won't need Growl. So it might be nice to have in a few situations that I'm not expecting. After all, I did struggle with the junior trainer. I have to be prepared for the unpredictable. Now, on Route 3, Bulbasaur hits level 16, which means I have an Ivysaur. Anyway, that moon gives me so many random encounters. It's infuriating, and if that wasn't bad enough, I actually lose to one of the rockets. The Rattata is no issue, of course, but the bad luck with confusion, the Zubat actually takes me out. Well, that was infuriating, but at least on my 2nd attempt, I completely destroy the Zubat. Anyway, afterwards I beat the Super Nerd. It's time for Misty. Staryu outspeeds me and survives the first Vine Whip. Thankfully, the second one takes it out before it can do real damage. And Starmie turns out to be a 4-hit KO. But luckily, it can't do anything to me, so I win on the first try. Still, that wasn't as easy as I expected, and that doesn't bode well for the rest of the run. tried Ivysaur Loon's poison powder. I choose to replace Bide. Even though I've never used it, I should have just sold that to him. Oh well. On to our second rival battle, and this is what I'm worried about. So I go for the Leech Seed against Pidgeotto, and then tackle it until it goes down. I take massive damage, but luckily he never used Sand Attack. I was worried about that. Now, Agro can't fight back, so I take the opportunity to heal a bit from Leech Seed. I'm not using items in battle in case you're wondering. Here comes Rattata, who uses Quick Attack and narrowly survives Fine Whip, so I finish it off with Leech Seed to regain health. Hopefully it'll be enough for the next Pokemon, Charmander, who comes out last, and I open with Leech Seed. It goes for Leer, and I go Poison Powder. It keeps spamming Leer instead attacking, which is good news. However, it survives Tackle and goes for Ember, which does shockingly no damage. It never attacks again, meaning I win first try. After meeting Bill and annihilating this rocket, I'm ready for Vermilion City. Before making progress, I go east to catch a Spearow. I then trade it for a Farfetch. I know I can't use it in battle, but I need an HM Slave. Farfetch can learn Cut and Fly, making it a pretty good choice. Time for the SSN. On the SSN, I battle 2 extra trainers to get the TM for Body Slam. This is an 85 base power normal move with a chance to paralyze, far superior to Tackle. It's time for the third battle against our rival. Now, the second one was much easier than I expected, but I don't know how the third one's going to go. Pidgeotto uses Quick Attack before going down to 2 Body Slams, whereas Raticate barely survives Body Slam, but wastes its turn going for Tail Whip. And then I get a pointless crit. Yay! Kadabra is a one-hit KO, and last up is Charmeleon, and who survives Body Slam and crits with Ember, but a second Body Slam wins us the fight. Now for what we came here for, the HM for Cut, which I grab and teach it to Farfetch'd, and then I head off to fight Lieutenant Surge, our third gym leader. Surge opens the fight with a Voltorb, but the Voltorb outspeeds me and uses Screech before I take it onto a Body Slam. My defense is halved, which is pretty bad. And Pikachu uses Quick Attack before going down to Body Slam, and up next is his Raichu. Raichu goes for Thunderbolt, but it doesn't actually do much damage. I paralyze it with Body Slam, allowing me to outspeed and finish it off. Then I head to Cerulean City and grab the bicycle. This will save a lot of time, so as I head to Lavender Town, Venusaur learns Razor Leaf. Quite possibly its single best attack. It has a high critical hit rate, meaning it's a guaranteed crit once I evolve. Speaking of which, Ivysaur also reaches level 32 in Rock Tunnel, which means evolves into Venusaur. Upon arriving in Celadon City, I head straight to the Rocket Hideout. The Rockets are no match for my fully evolved Pokemon. Now, this place is also known as Spin Tile Hell, and after going through it, I can see why. It's actually not as bad as I'm making it sound. Giovanni turns out to be laughably easy. Every one of his Pokemon is a one-shot with Razor Leaf. I didn't even heal beforehand and I was fine. I'm rewarded with the self-scope for all my troubles. Also, sorry if the video quality is bad, I'm really new to this. I also am kind of nervous about how the audio will turn out. My audio recording is less than great, but anyway, as I make my way through the department store, a random girl just blocks my way. I've never seen that before, but I can only imagine some speedrun was completely ruined by her. Alright, it's Erica time. Victory Bell is a 2-hit KO, but it wastes its turn on Poison Powder. Gym AI is just that bad. So Tanglebus stalls a bit and hits me for a whopping 1 damage. Construct really sucks, but I mean, I guess my speed was lowered, so that could add. Fire Plume is a 2-hit KO, but it also thinks Poison Powder is a good idea. So I mean, I know I quad resist grass, but that still was way easier than expected. Of the 4 gym leaders so far, isn't it weird that only Misty put up a fight? Anyway, replace Poison Powder with Mega Drain. And time for Rival Battle 4. Pidgeotto is a 1-hit KO with Body Slam, and up next is Execute. Execute survives and puts me to sleep with Hypnosis. It only hits for 2 damage before I wake up and take it out. Gyarados hits me with a powerful Dragon Rage after I miss Razor Leaf. I managed to take it out once I hit it. By the way, when it says not very effective, that's an error. It does deal neutral damage, only the message is wrong. Try not to be confused by that. But anyway, like an idiot, I go for Mega Drain's Kadabra, which it survives and it hits me with Confusion for more damage than I healed. I really should have just used Body Slam. But speaking of Body Slam, Charmeleon is a one-shot. The rival just can't seem to handle a fully evolved over-leveled Pokemon. But now let's talk about something really frustrating, the Channelers. They use Ghastlies, which means they're immune to Body Slam and resistant to Razor Leaf. Even worse, they spam Confuse Ray. This gets annoying very fast. Through bad luck and with forgetting to heal, one of them even comes close to beating me. I need to be more careful. Way more careful. But after that's over, I open the way to Saffron City with the drink. But rather than do anything there, I go down to Fuchsia City to fight Koga. Now, Koga's Pokemon are pretty tanky, but they can't do much to me. Just use Body Slam until they go down. This does prove to be my hardest gym battle yet, but I still win due to his poor move waste and my powerful Body Slam. One thing to note is that Weezing could have used Self-Destruct, which would have made my HM slave win the battle for me, which is a gray area in the rules. Luckily that didn't happen, so I won. Now, I don't have much to talk about the Koga fight, but I would like to talk about my plans for this series. I plan on doing every evolution line with the exception of Ditto, because I do not hate myself enough to try and do the Ditto run, but I'm just trying to compare and see which Pokemon are better for solo running Gen 1 than others. So, if you want my honest prediction, I think Venusaur will end up being the worst of the starters just to its limited move pool, but I think it can hold its own compared to all Pokemon due to its good stats and useful move pool. Also, have a listen to this awesome music I've been editing into the video. Just listen to the background music. Hopefully the audio didn't get corrupted, because I know some of the audio for this video got corrupted. And now for the hardest challenge yet, the Safari Zone. I'm serious, I spent over 20 minutes wandering around in the Safari Zone looking for the gold teeth and HM3. I only get 500 steps before I have to try again from the very beginning. Also, only in a solo run would I actually use repels in the Safari Zone. It got this bad. What you are watching right now is a sped up of my entire Safari Zone run. Watch how many times I get called back. This was way harder than any boss fight so far. It just was. Anyways, as I go through Silph-Co, I make sure to grab TMO3 Sword Stance. Not only does it power up my attack by 2 stages, but Gen 1 has something called the Badge Boost glitch. Basically, certain badges increase your stats slightly. This is an intended mechanic, but every time you change your stats, the badge boosts are reapplied. This makes Sword Stance even better than it would be otherwise because I'm getting extra boosts to my attack, defense, speed, and after I beat Blaine, special. But now, time to fight a rival once again. I go for Sword Stance against Pidgeot at it hits me with a critical hit wing attack. It barely survives Body Slam, so another wing attack takes me down to about half health. Execute is next, so I take the chance to set up 2 more Sword Stances before using Body Slam. In Gen 1, critical hits ignore positive stat changes just like they ignore negative ones, meaning I failed to one-shot execute because of a crit. Luckily for me, it doesn't fight back, so I can take it out. Gyarados is a one-hit KO. Alakazam is a one-hit KO. And Charizard is also a one-hit KO. With that done, it's time to fight Giovanni. I run out of PP for Body Slam against the new Reno. This could be bad because I need to use Razor Leaf for the other 3, however it's not that much of a problem given that Kangaskhan and Moon both go down in 1 Razor Leaf. However, Nidoqueen is able to hang on. Now, Nidoqueen only does 7 damage. Pretty darn pathetic for a fully evolved Pokemon, and I win the fight easily. Yay! While I had a pretty easy time with those fights, I am not ready for Sabrina, so I instead grabbed the secret key to fight Blaine. He's infamous for his bad AI, so he should be easier despite my type disadvantage. Growlithe Ember does little damage while I set up Sword Stance. 1 Sword Stance plus the Badge Boost glitch allows me to sweep through the first 3 Pokemon. Fortunately, Arcanine is able to survive Body Slam and hits Ember for decent damage. Had he used Fire Blast, I probably would have lost. Now for Sabrina. I take out Kadabra in 1 Body Slam, then set up Sword Stance against Mime. It does way more damage than I expected with Confusion, so this could go badly. But luckily for me, the rest of her team is a complete one-shot sweep. I was honestly expecting a lot worse. It's time for the final Giovanni battle. Rhyhorn and Dugtrio are both one-hit KOs with Razor Leaf, and Nidoqueen and Nidoking both can survive Razor Leaf. Both of them use Poison Sting instead of anything threatening, so I have nothing to fear. And finally, Brydon goes down in 1 hit. That was easy, but the next fight definitely won't be. The penultimate rival battle is always tough. He has a full team of 6 with all different types. As always, he leads with Pidgeot. However, he can take advantage of a bit of a strange AI quirk. It's gonna think, you're weak to Psychic, so I should use Agility and be super effective. Because of this, I'm able to safely set up 3 Sword Stances before getting a one-hit KO with Body Slam. My one goes down to Razor Leaf easily, and then comes Execute, who's a one-hit KO with Body Slam. Lotus is a bit more complicated. I crit Body Slam, which means I fail to take it out, but it goes with you instead of, I don't know, an attack. Anyway, easy 2-hit KO, and then I managed to outspeed the Alakazam. Thank you, Badge Boost Glitch. Finally, Charizard is a one-hit KO. That's one of the hardest fights in the game, and I took no damage. Good sign. On my way through Victory Road, I hit level 55 and learned Sleep Powder. I replaced Leech Seed. I think this moveset of Razor Leaf, Sleep Powder, Body Slam, and Sword Stance is going to be my final moveset for the rest of the run. Time for the Elite Four, but before that, let's look at our stats. They're pretty good all around. This should be enough to handle most of our opponents, but I'm really worried about Agatha. Let's do this. Lorelei leads with Dugong, who survives Razor Leaf with a sliver and uses a retroactive super potion. Gen 1 is Gen 1. I then miss with Razor Leaf and lose a third of my health to Aurora Beam. I miss again and she uses Rest before I one-shot her with Razor Leaf. It was a damage range the whole time. Up next is Cloister, who goes down one Razor Leaf, but up next is Slowbro. I try to use Sleep Powder, but miss 3 times in a row, allowing it to max out its special with Amnesia. I then realized that the good AI quirk will mean it only uses Amnesia. Whoops! Anyway, I set up 3 Sword Stances before using Body Slam twice to take it out. Up next is Jinx, who is a one-hit KO with Body Slam. Finally, Lapras. Thankfully I can one-shot it. I do not need to get hit by a blizzard. I still won, despite my awful luck in that fight. Up next is Widow, who is laughably weak. I don't even bother healing beforehand. I don't need it. I set up Sword Stance against Onix and Sweet Misty. Razor Leaf for the Onixes, Body Slam for the fighting types. That was easy, but you know who isn't easy? Agatha. Every one of her Pokemon resists Razor Leaf, and 3 of them are immune to Body Slam. She loves switching and using Confuse Ray or Hypnosis. Now, a side note while I annihilate Bruno, I know the audio quality for this video isn't the best. Some of the music got corrupted and my microphones don't look good, so just thank you for bearing with me. That's really all I have to say, and hopefully next video my voice won't sound so bad, and also my music won't sound so bad. Thanks for watching anyway. Turns out I was right to be worried. I lose this fight twice. I set up Sword Stance for Badge Boost Glitch as well as for Golbat and Olive, but it doesn't matter. This fight is just so luck-based, and on my first 2 tries, I just don't get lucky. As you can see, bad luck with Sleep, bad luck with Confusion. I can't win. She switches Pokemon randomly, she attacks randomly, everything is random, and every move in her moveset is luck-based. Eventually she just hits me with Dream Eater, too many. Times, and believe it or not, my second attempt is even worse. She puts me to sleep with Hypnosis and then crits with Dream Eater. I didn't even get to attack that time. successful third attempt. I put Gingo to sleep and set up Sword Stance, but then it wakes up immediately and I miss another sleep auto. She then switches to Golbat, who I paralyze with Body Slam. It loses its turn to paralysis, and a second Body Slam takes it out. Gingo's back out, and I land Sleep Powder and begin to chip it down with Razor Leaf. This takes a while, but I manage to win. Note that Agatha does not have good AI like the rest of the Elite Force, so she does use Confuse Ray and Nightshade even if she has Hypnosis and Dream Eater. Now, this fight would be annoying if she just used Hypnosis and Dream Eater, but it's even more annoying factoring in Confuse Ray into the mix. This fight sucks. It takes a lot of just pure luck. But anyway, Haunter's up next, and I get confused. I get somewhat good luck, mainly because of Haunter's awful move choice, but I'm below half health by the time I take it out. Oak is an easy 2-hit KO, so time for final Pokemon, a level 60 Gengar. I take no chances and go for Sleep Powder right away. Razor Leaf does low damage, but there's really no alternative. It stays asleep for a long time, and eventually she just starts spamming Super Potions, which is really annoying. However, it never wakes up, which is great luck, and it wins me the fight, so can't complain. Now onto a fight you might think would be really tough, but it actually isn't. I heal up anyway. It's time for Lance. Put Gyarados to sleep and chip it down with Razor Leaf. Up next, it's time for an awesome strategy. Lance's Dragonairs each have the moveset of Agility, Slam, Dragon Rage, and Hyper Beam. You might notice the typing of those moves is Psychic, Normal, and Dragon. I'm only weak to Psychic, meaning thanks to Lance's good AI, it will only use Agility. I'm able to max my attack with Sword Stance and sweep his entire team. Aerodactyl is able to survive, but still, who would have guessed that the Dragon Elite 4 member would be the easiest for a Venusaur? However, it's not over. I still have one last battle. Time to face our rival one final time. He begins with Pidgeot, and I put it to sleep right away with Sleep Powder. Notice that animations are automatically turned on for this fight even if I've disabled settings. This can be kind of annoying, but I think it's pretty cool. detail. I set up 2 sword stances before taking out Pidgeot for the final time this run. Now, you might expect that my leveling up would be good, but it actually resets the badge group glitch, meaning Alexaim is now able to outspeed me and hit Psychic for 120 damage. That's really bad. I set up a 3rd sword stance against the Rhydon, but it uses Leo, which actually helps me because it activates the badge boost glitch. How nice of it. With max attack and 2 badge boost glitch, Executor, Gyarados, and Charizard all go down in one body slam, winning us the run. After listening to Oak tell off his grandson, we can enter the Hall of Fame. Now, as you can see, I had a final play time of 5 hours and 22 minutes. If I hadn't gotten lost so many times, for example the Safari Zone and Victory Road, I probably could have gotten below 5 hours. Not bad. My final level was 61. I then put this data in my tier list. Next time, Charizard. Can it hold up to Venusaur? I think it could probably better do its better move pool. Anyway, stay tuned. Thanks for watching, and thanks for just tolerating my annoying voice for 32 minutes. Bye!